Hey guys, this is Tita Lavinia from Titas of Pageantry. For this episode, we will be talking to the beautiful Bella Ysmael. I will be introducing her to you, so please make sure you stick around. Hopefully you can subscribe and click the bell notification button for your weekly pageant picks. Guys, so una-una maraming salamat Bella. Kung di nga naitatanong or naitatanong niya si Bella yung unang nag-yes sa ating munting channel.
It's my honor.
No? You know what? I think everybody knows I'm also very careful when it comes to asking girls to come on board because it's not easy. Another thing is that when you expose yourself to social media, particularly YouTube, talagang eto na yung magiging platform mo kung kaya ng sikmura mong tanggapin. So I heard from your handler, Tita Dudes, na medyo you're getting some of the like troll messages, so but this will really escalate everything. Are you ready, Bella?
I'm ready. I'm very ready.
Very ready. So I don't know a lot about Bella apart from what was written on blog posts. So it's nice for us to get to really know her. Bella, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Bella Ysmael. My whole name is Isabella Rojas Ismael, actually. Like you've probably read in articles, I'm 23 years old. I stand 5'7". I graduated with a degree in AP Psychology from De La Salle University, Manila, and I'm a ballerina. So that's probably what you've heard about me, in the articles. A little bit about me, I can actually be a little sporty sometimes. I like to play sports because I grew up with two brothers. So I've always been on the sporty side, basketball, soccer, but only for fun naman. So I like to be adventurous. Also, what else? My advocacy, well, I stand for mental health generally. Because aside from my background in psychology, it's very close to my heart actually.
And it's very timely and with everything that's going on around in social media and the world. We need understanding.
Definitely, yes. It's so important. And also another thing that's very relevant nowadays is women empowerment. So it's such a strong topic that's being talked about. It's something that's been trending for the past how many years, of course. So I want to generally focus on how women can be empowered through mental health. I think it starts there. I think the way you can grow up or the way you can be a really strong woman is through your mental health. It's about taking care of yourself, not only physically but internally also.
You have to have like your sound mind to get things done.
Exactly.
True naman talaga. So these are just the most basic things about Bella. But you know what? Before all of this, we didn't know anything about you. Apart from maybe seeing you compete at the Century
Tuna, super bad.
Pero kasi naman, some of these folks who compete in that pageant, they don't necessarily cross over to pageantry talaga.
Right.
So it's very exciting for us to really get to know you. I want to know how you came up with the idea na, wait, this year, sasali ako ng beauty pageant.
Well, actually, okay, this universe has always been something I've been aware of, something I've been open to. Ever since I was a little girl, my family would tell me to reach for that as much as I can. Because of course, when you're younger, your family will tell you, oh, you can do this, you can do that. So it's always been a part of my dream and their dream also, which actually motivates me more. So Miss Universe has always been something at the back of my head when I was younger. Oh yeah, maybe one day I'll be Miss Universe or something like that.
But meron kasi ikaw Miss Universe connection. A lot of people will always pull the Miss Margie Moran card. Niece ka ni Miss Margie.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Well, Tita Margie actually is the cousin of my dad.
The dad's side.
Yes, so she's my aunt.
Confident pa naman ako sa mama ko. Hindi, sa mama ko sa hindi. Chinino ko pa naman.
Oo,
Sa dad's side.
Yes, so of course, like what I said earlier, the family is like, oh, follow Tita Margie's footsteps.
Ayun, yun talaga. Pinoshin.
Yes, so I mean, aside from that, of course, aside from my family and everything, as I grew up, I realized, of course, watching the pageants in the past few years, I realized that it's really something that I want to do because of the impact it really makes, especially Miss Universe. You know, not on myself, it's more of how I can make an impact to so many people in the universe. So that's what made me realize that it's really Miss Universe Philippines in this case. That's really what I want. You know, there are so many other prestigious pageants out there that I know I can join and will probably do well at also, but personally, Miss Universe, it has a calling to me. It's different.
Oh, very interesting.
Iba yung dating sa
Siyempre,
akin.
kasi alam mo naman sinasabi natin dito sa Philippines, Miss Universe country tayo. But I said that it was interesting because when you were first introduced to us through social media, we all thought that you might go into Binibining Pilipinas. Usually naman kasi, and I think this is an open secret, if you don't really do well, let's say in Miss Universe Philippines, palaging may fallback. You could always go to Binibining Pilipinas or Miss Earth Philippines. So we were pleasantly surprised that you submitted your application to Miss Universe Philippines. And now that we are hearing you, it's more about, it's because calling mo talaga pala.
There's really something about it. I probably can't pinpoint what exactly it is, but what I know is that I want to make the most out of who I am, and I think I can do that with the biggest possible platform, which in my opinion is
Miss Universe. Good for you.
Thank you.
Super happy for that. Another thing that I would like to also ask is how you assemble your team. Kasi di ba you have to have like a sound mindset for this. But thinking about this and executing or maybe selecting your team and also thinking about your finances kasi guys, hindi mura ang pagpasok sa pageant. Who arranged this for you? Who helped you? Who sat down with you and said, okay, here's what we're gonna do? Because Philippine pageantry is really cutthroat.
Yes, it's a very big deal. Well, actually, I was lucky enough to come across the right people. I'm actually with a camp. We are called The Camp. It stands for Coaches, Advisors, and Muses for Pageantry. So it's quite new actually. I was very lucky because they're very, very supportive. You know, they help me a lot with connections and training and generally just grounding, or rather helping me build or going through the necessary steps rather to get to where I want to be. So I was very lucky to come across them because before I would do a little projects, PVCs and stuff like that a few years ago. So I had a manager and he's the one who actually connected me to the camp. So
Connections talaga very important.
Yes, and we're all good, long-time friends. So I was very lucky actually to come across these people who have been very, very supportive. And you know, it's nice to have a team that constantly believes in you. So yeah, I'm just very lucky actually, and very necessary for this.
Because it's not always the case with the other girls. As we know guys, in the Philippines, we have two major camps who are constantly, battling for who they can send to like the best pageant. So it is really fresh to have other girls on board na hindi naman affiliated sa dalawang camps na to kasi at least less drama.
Yeah,
So
nice,
nakafocus ka.
It's nice. So there's the new Miss Universe Philippines, there are new faces, and there are new camps as well. So I think it's a really good fresh start for the Philippines, and it's perfect the year 2020. It's time for a change, right?
So you know what, I'm observing you, I ask you questions, you answer, and you seem so effervescent, you seem super happy with what you're doing. Because, some of the girls din naman kasi, when they join, it's because, oh shoot, kulang na ako sa oras, I have to do this now, o kaya naman, I was pushed into doing this, or I was expected to do this. Yes. But with you, kasi nakikita ko yung nagsismile ka, yung talagang, you know what, medyo magulo ang Philippine pageantry right now because they separated Miss Universe Philippines and Binibining Pilipinas. And of course, there will be loyalties that will be questioned. But when I look at you and when I listen to you, parang you're generally, wait, I'm here for the ride. Ganun ba yung feeling mo?
Definitely, oo. I mean, well, this is something I've been preparing for a while. I mean, I started pageantry in 2014. I was Binibining Paranaque 2014, but I was very young and I was just 18 back then. So it's always been something I wanted to do, and it may seem like, just out of nowhere I'm here and I'm ready to join, but this has been I've been preparing for this for at least 2 years now. Yes.
You stayed quiet.
I've been planning this, and I've been at least internalizing it for at least 2 years now, and that's why I believe I'm ready, because I'm sure of where I am. I'm here because this is my passion, and I'm willing to work hard for it. So yeah, I mean, like what we said now, like there's so many things happening, but then I think it will all turn out for the best in the end of the day.
Diba? Kung ganyan kaaliwalas yung itsura, ba't parang hindi ka ba on board, diba? Nakakaloka, diba?
So, yeah, oo. So I agree, like, yes, there's a lot going on, but I mean, I think it's for the best, and what's a little chaos, you know?
Diba? I like that. What's a little chaos?
It's a little chaos.
Ay, saya-saya.
It's fun.
Diba? She is in the right state of mind. O, diba? Mental health. Okay, Bella. So, for this part, I want to ask naman about the fun things about pageantry, because I know that you have an advocacy. I know that you will be working with it further. First of all, face muna tayo. Nakakatuwa. Ang ganda ng skin, ang ganda ng features, very elf-like. May nagsabi na ba sa'yo, malakayli ka?
Yes, actually, I've gotten that a lot. Oo, like, kamukha ko si Kylie. Actually, there was a time that somebody even mistook me for her. Are you Kylie Versus? And I was like, no, I'm not.
Sabi naman, but I can be.
Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, actually, I mean, it's I've been hearing it left and right, but my gosh, what a compliment. Kylie is so beautiful, and I really look up to her, especially, I mean, of course, personally, her advocacy also.
It's also in line with your
mental health also. So, she's such an amazing queen, the way she projected herself, what she stands for. Hopefully soon I'll get the chance to meet her. But yeah, such a compliment. But of course, I want to have my own identity. Like, yes, we look alike, although of course I want to be recognized as Bella Ysmael, diba?
So you want to be recognized as Bella Ysmael?
Yes.
Who is Bella Ysmael? I mean, what do you want people to know you more?
Well, you know how difficult it is to explain who you are, right? Of course, I want to show that in everything that I do, but personally, one of the main things about me is my passion and how I put heart into everything. So I've said it in the past that there's nothing that I do without passion. As in, when I do something, I put my all into it. So that's one of the things that I would love people to know me for. But of course, there are other aspects like the ballerina part.
I like the ballerina part.
There's also the part where I'm Tita Marjorie's niece, joining Miss Universe Philippines. So there's a lot of different aspects, but I hope it all comes together for my supporters and for the viewers to have an image of who Bella Ysmael is. Actually, I could say as much as I want about myself, but it's really up to you guys how you see me and how I turn out in the end of this journey. So you'll get a feel of it as we go along.
I think so. Kasi, of course, right now, everybody else would base it on your social media engagements, interactions, the photos that you release. And I think medyo tumataas na yung dumadami na yung photos out there. Because, of course, before, we couldn't just like make kalkal in your IG and parang saan ba namin nahanapin to. Now, I want to talk a little bit about your ballet experience. Now, I've always been fascinated with ballerinas. Kasi naman, frustration ko yan eh. Hindi kasi ako umabot din sa SM noon. Umalis na yung mama ko, papuntan siya pa. So, hindi na ako na-enroll. So, sa ang part dun, nakakaloka rin to.
Never too late to follow your dreams.
Ballet tayo mamaya. How did you get into ballet? Was it something like maliit ka pa, the usual na ini-enroll ka ng mga mom, or was it something na parang, wait, I want to be like more serious with this?
Yeah, so I started dancing at around the age of 4. It was, of course, my mom enrolled me, but that was also because my cousin, she's practically like my sister, she wanted to try ballet. So my mom said, oh, sige, si Bella na rin, like, let's make her join. So I was 4 years old then, and I've been dancing ever since. I never really went professional with the big companies of like Ballet Philippines, but I've always been doing it as one of my passions. It's something that I really genuinely enjoy doing, and it's honestly helped me shape who I am today.
And the discipline part kasi will really help you, especially in this setting na pageant.
Yes.
Diba?
So, actually, in everything. Actually, konting kwento lang. I remember when I was in grade school, there was a time when I started school at around 6:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, my goodness, my mom would be so impressed with me that I would get up in time for school and everything. Tapos yung mga brothers ko tulog pa.
Diba? Yung brownie points.
Yeah,
yun,
it's really valid because it really instills discipline in you, not just in time management, but even in controlling yourself, like how you move, even in the movements themselves. There's a lot of discipline in it, and it's honestly been very helpful in all aspects of my life. So no doubt it will be helpful in pageantry as well.
And of course, also discipline when it comes to, I'm not just saying weight now, because right now they're being more inclusive when it comes to like shapes and sizes. But I know that the non-negotiable part when it comes to like going into pageantry is maintaining health.
Yes.
And making sure that you eat, because a lot of the girls will think na I have to go on a diet, but without even thinking, some of the activities will run for how many hours, you need your energy.
Yes, that's true. Actually, that's one of the things I learned also in Century Tuna Superbots. You know, being in that competition, it taught us not only about physical health, but also the mental health. So, it comes from within. It's also how you take care of yourself. You know, everything that you see on the outside is a result of everything inside. It's what you do to take care of yourself. So, yes, also in ballet, of course. But you're right, like, you know, it's hard to maintain a certain diet if you're trying to avoid food or something like that. So, personally, what I do is I just try to eat healthier. Instead of, you know, alam mo naman, meron tayong mga chocolate, mga guilty pleasures dyan.
Rice!
Oh my gosh, rice!
Rice, diba? Rice is life.
I'm such a rice girl,
Diba?
but it's been, I mean, of course, it's a challenge, but I really, personally, especially going into this, I want to do what's best for my body. You know, I know it's going to be intensive, like it's going to be a lot of long hours, so now pa lang, I'm already preparing myself for that, so that I can, you know, endure all of those long hours, and the smiling, and the socializing.
Yes. You know what? It's really more on the smiling and making sure that you're standing upright, that you're not slouching kasi pagod ka na.
That's the reality. I mean, you know, it's a beauty pageant. You're supposed to look beautiful all the time. But then, lahat naman tayo napapagod, diba? So, it's really about taking care of yourself para hanggang umuwi ka na, beauty queen ka pa rin,
Beauty
diba?
ka pa rin. So, speaking of beautyhan, kasi ito rin naman yung gusto ng followers namin. I'm looking at you, of course, you're flawless. You know, in fairness naman, there is a reason kung bakit beauty queens ang ating mga ini-interview. And there is a reason bakit sila sumasali ng beauty pageant, whether you like them or not, whether you feel they're boring or not. Kasi naman, they're like super above and beyond the regular people like us. So, beauty-wise, of course, we're blessed with genes. Given na yun, alam na natin yung mga background. But what about your regimen? Or what about also the training that you get from, you know, fixing yourself up? Alam ko you're a ballerina, so alam mo naman how to do your face and things like that. But this is a different arena. How do you maintain or like tricks that you've learned fixing yourself up?
You know what they say is definitely number one, skincare is life. That's so true. As in, you know, there are times when galing kang shoot, pagod ka, gusto mo na matulog sa bed, but then, you know, I really make it a point to remove my makeup, wash my face. So, it's, then again, discipline plays its part again. It's definitely about doing what you know is right, especially in taking care of your skin, because that's number one, diba?
Oo, alam mo, sobrang true yan because as an admin and as a correspondent, sometimes palagi ko sinasabing, girls, pageant season ngayon, visit nyo na yung mga derma nyo because it's beso-beso season. You know, a lot of people, especially the fans, will get to see you up front and these people talk these people do their reports. Tita, ang chaplot ng skin niya. Yung tipo, tayo anong gagawin natin? Alam nga naman mag-reach out tayo. So talagang, it has to come from you.
I mean, as beauty queens, you know, we do our best talaga. I mean, minsan di naman talaga ma-avoid yung pagkaka-pimple ka or something like that. Especially, some girls actually get breakouts when it's that time of the month. So, you know, yes, we're beauty queens, but we're also normal people. Nagkaka-pimple din kami. But, you know, we really do our best. And in my experience also, like what you asked earlier, aside from skincare, eating right talaga helps a lot. And of course, getting proper sleep, water. So it's a typical take care of yourself regimen and routine. really more of that.
So like nothing crazy, like I don't know, like gel from some weird plant.
Well, ako, I like to go as natural as possible. So, for example, in my case, I like to use those aloe vera gels for
Yum.
moisturizing. It's not only does it feel good on the skin, but then it's been really good and it's natural also. But of course, it's good rin to visit your derma every time that you can. Of course, you need help rin when it comes to certain things na hindi talaga matanggal ng mga mask or whatever. So, it's very, very helpful to go to those things also. But personally, individually, the least that you can do is to at least maintain your routine that will help you stay clear.
Diba? Walang bisyo. Bawal ang salt ha, sobrang daming salt.
Okay lang.
And sweets.
See, it's just a little. I mean, I don't believe in depriving myself.
Ay, yun naman yung
I really
maganda.
don't. Kasi nahihirapan ako. If I deprive myself, I end up binging.
Hindi siya hindi naman kasi feasibly iisipin mo. Just because kumain ka ng cake ngayon, automatically tomorrow sobrang tama ako. So, Bella, right now we are at the atelier of Marachua, one of my favorite designers. She also did a lot of work for Maria Isabella Galleria last year. And when I saw you earlier, you were in a dress with a super cinched waist, so I got really, really excited. How are you like when it comes to fashion? Are you more of a fashion girl, or are you more on the like casual side?
Well, my style all my life has always been casual, sporty, but with a touch of class, a touch of elegance, right? So, although I love being dressed up, like I love fashion shows, I mean, of course, being a ballerina, di ba, nakakita kami palagi.
Sa'yo niya, kasi idea mo yun eh.
Ang fun talaga. It's so fun to dress up. But then personally, my personal style, I've never been really the high fashion type. Not that I don't enjoy it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think if I had the chance to wear anything high fashion, I'd definitely go for it, So I like to mix and match. I like to try different styles. I'm very open to that. So I actually really enjoy being kind of like a mannequin.
So ngayon, because you will get more of that moving forward from this
It's
competition.
so exciting.
So what look are you going to be projecting for your laban this year?
Well,
I mean, yung mga tags.
well, personally, yung gusto ko kasi is I want to look powerful, so power dressing. Yes. My personal style is more on the simple side. I like I'm more on the solids than the prints when it comes to dressing up. So generally, this competition, my theme will probably be something like power dressing, something simple and elegant now. So I want to shine for who I am.
Yun. So talagang wala masyado. I think a lot of our girls are veering towards a direction na they would rather people see them as they are than because you know what, last year, ang naging issue natin, I don't know if you're familiar with all the drama that goes behind the scenes, but last year kasi it was more of a battle between the glam queens. Medyo nawala yung shine sa mga girls. Because if you're a girl and then you have like a powerful glam team behind you, yung focus na punta dun sa individual members nila na talagang big names. So I think right now, with what is being arranged with Miss Universe Philippines, they want something na more consistent, more in line with the organization. So with you guys, you just have to at least try and look the best that you can. Try and look presentable, pero without losing your individuality.
Understanding. I mean, yes, that issue, I mean, it's very relevant not only in the pageant world but everywhere. Of course, we don't wanna disregard these amazing designers or these glam queens, but of course, the effort it's also with the team. So I personally, when I go up the stage, I want to not only represent myself but also represent the people who have supported me. My team, everybody, all the supporters. So it's definitely a group effort. But even though I'm just one person on stage, however, yes, I do recognize and I agree naman that it should be the girls, the woman rather. It should be her time to shine. At least in the final night, at least. But the way I see it, I guess it's competitor. I guess it would be the main challenge would be to really shine not only physically but really your personality, character mo, how you see things.
Sure ka naman doon. Diba? I mean, with Bella, guys, napapansin ko, hindi ko na siya kailangan masyang i-egg sa mga like, feelings niya. Talagang expressive ka.
Yes, very
At least alam natin na hindi lang ikaw timid face. Kasi yun yung registro mo sa social media. Akala siguro nila doll face, hindi na masyadong chika. Chika ka naman pala.
I mean, of course, may stereotype, but don't judge a book by its cover.
Diba?
Oo. Pero yeah, I mean, I'm so excited for you guys to get to know me. As I go on, I'm very excited. And I want to be approachable to anybody. So hopefully, if somebody wants to come up to me, take a photo, or just say hi, please feel free to. I'd love to meet everybody. So,
alright, so I think you are good to go. We are going to wrap this one up because I don't want to reveal too much about you. I want you to have also the opportunity to get yourself out there and for people to get to know more about you. If they approach you and ask you questions about your favorite food, favorite something, I will leave that to them. But for now, Bella, please invite them if you have social media platforms and also invite them to support you this coming Miss Universe Philippines.
Okay, so hi everybody. Hello to my ballerinas. I love you all. Please support me in my journey to Miss Universe Philippines 2020. My Instagram is @Bella Ysmael. I also have a Facebook page, Isabella Bella Rojas Ismael. So please like it so you can follow my journey. And I really can't wait to see you guys on stage and even off stage actually. So thank you so much for watching.
Thank you again, Bella, for saying yes. Nakakaloka, guys. You know what? Chika ko na rin because I had a bigger channel before. I was under a different channel, but then I left. So, this is only like what? My 9th video because I just started last December. So, I started from scratch and you're actually the first beauty queen from the Miss Universe side to say yes to me! Salamat, Chel!
Of course, syempre Tita Lavinia yan eh.
Diba? Tita Lavinia card.
Honestly, it's such an honor. Thank you so much for having me and giving me the chance to introduce
Yes,
myself.
salamat mo sa inyo. Ako may nahihiyang magsabi, please, pa-interview ako.
No, very thank you talaga. Like, this is a great opportunity for me to introduce myself to, of course,
Yeah.
all of your loyal
Perfect! Oo
followers.
naman. Perfect na
Diba?
perfect. Alright, so Bella, we wish you well in your journey. We will wait for you. We hope to be more involved in the pre-pageant activities so that we can scream our lungs out, Bella! Bella!
Thank you.
Good. Alright, thank you so much, guys. And yes, please follow her. Please support her journey and yeah, get to know Bella some more. So thank you and keep your comments clean and nice. You know the drill. Bye, guys.